The iron pin was gone. Kay pressed her palm flat against the cliff edge, where her father's benchmark stone had been set 11 years ago. Granite, hand-chiseled, driven with a surveyor's pin she'd watched him hammer in 3 strikes. She remembered the sound. She remembered the rust on his knuckles. The stone was 20 meters below her now, if it existed at all, swallowed by surf that chewed the rock face into a clean vertical drop the color of wet bone. She crawled back 3 steps on her knees. The ground here was softer, volcanic soil laced with root, not the dense basalt her father had chosen for permanence. She drove the new pin with 6 strikes instead of 3. It seated shallow. Everything seated shallow on this part of Mara now. The council's commission letter sat folded in her belt pouch, sealed with wax she hadn't bothered to break because Lyra had already told her the terms in the kitchen that morning. Hands around a cup she wasn't drinking from. Full coastal survey. Every benchmark, every terrace, every harbor sounding her father had logged before he died, before he was killed. She corrected the thought the way she corrected a measurement, silently, precisely, without looking up. She opened his chart book. The leather was salt-cracked, the pages foxed, but his hand was steady. Coordinates, tide tables, recession lines plotted season by season in ink he'd mixed himself from octopus gall. Station 14, Eastern Escarpment. His final measurement, 17 meters of setback from the original Cataclysm-era wall foundation, dated 10 years ago. She cited her own position against the remaining wall fragment, ran the chain twice, recorded it, 31 meters. 14 meters of cliff face gone in 10 years. The official Maran records, the ones the council kept, the ones visiting Hershey traders glanced at when they assessed port viability, projected 6. She checked his measurement again, checked her own, pulled the chain a 3rd time and watched the numbers refuse to change. The rock beneath her knees hummed, low, subsonic, the kind of vibration that lived in the teeth before the ears caught it. She held still. It faded. Waves, she told herself. The surf was heavy today, but her father's numbers had been ahead of the official records by almost exactly the same margin, as if he'd known, a decade ago, what the island was only now confessing to everyone else.